Hello, I'm Kate Sibbing-Dunn, and I'm part of a group called Progress Norwood, which is a group that builds community through civic involvement and progressive values. We are happy to be in our second year of collaborating with Susan Clare and Together Yes, and the Morrill Memorial Library on the Sustainability Series, which offers monthly topics on sustainable community building and environmental issues. Usually in December, we gather at the library for a feel-good film, screening, or something similar. But like many things, this year is different. This month, we've put together a virtual presentation of some winter holidays and the traditions that will hopefully keep us close and connected. We've noticed that there are common threads in these holidays that focus on hope, light, coming together, and new beginnings. We hope that whatever and however you observe the transition to winter, that you will find comfort. Norwood is a beautifully diverse community, and this winter will bring all different kinds of traditions and celebrations for lots of families. We've invited a few of our neighbors to talk about and share their holiday celebrations. But this by no means is a complete view of winter celebrations here. That would be a very long video. We would love to hear from more of you though, and would be happy to share your stories on our social media platforms. For those that are going through especially hard times these days, we hope you too will find some comfort and relief soon. At the end of this video, we will provide some information on places that are assisting the community in need.
Hello and welcome. I'm starting this short presentation because solstice, which I will talk about, was being celebrated before organized religions even existed. People danced around bonfires. They brought greens inside to celebrate the return of summer. The Earth's journey on its axis around the sun is divided into quarters. And winter solstice marks the day of the shortest sunlight of the year, after which the days begin to lengthen and we can begin to look forward to spring. This varies somewhat depending on where in the world you are, and celebrations may occur on different days around the solstice. In honor of New Year's and solstice, I'm wearing symbolic clothing today. Inside this little bag is a hawk hand-carved into stone, which represents power and action, the way we have to move into the new year. But the bag is covered by a hummingbird, which is not a predator and does not signify the death of any creature, because we must ameliorate any of our power with kindness. The skirt is largely red and rose-colored, indicating biological diversity and life, which we need very much to work on preserving on Earth. Also, it has some gold in it, which signifies the simple earth we stand on, with its rocks and minerals. The black blouse represents the possibilities we cannot foresee, just as we can't see through darkness. But we will move forward with hope. Organized religions celebrate in different ways and for different purposes. For instance, South and North India, which you'll hear about later, largely share a religion, but like Christianity are comprised of different sects. Among our neighbors are also those who practice no religion, but still celebrate the changing of the seasons. My hope is that you will all enjoy celebrating along with our neighbors who may or may not observe the occasion in the same way we do. And thank you for being with us for this year, and welcome to the new year.
Hello everyone, this is Tammy and my girls Akshaya.
Hello.
And Sharada.
Hello.
We are dressed traditionally today to celebrate our festival Makar Sankranti, also called as Pongal. We are going to share some interesting facts about the festival through this video. Let's get started.
As India is a diverse country, the festival is celebrated in different ways in different parts of India. As my family is from the southern part of India called Chennai, I'm going to share the way we celebrate Makar Sankranti as Pongal, which means boil over or overflow. It is observed at the start of the month Thai according to the Tamil solar calendar, and this is typically about January 14. The 4 days of Pongal festival are called Bogi Pongal, Surya Pongal, Mattu Pongal, Kanum Pongal. The Pongal festival begins on the day called Bogi Pongal. On this day, people discard old belongings and celebrate new possessions. The people assemble and light a bonfire in order to burn the heaps of discards. Houses are cleaned, painted, and decorated to give a festive look. The horns of oxen and buffaloes are painted in villages. New clothes are worn to mark the start of the festival. The deity of the day is Indra, the god of rains, to whom prayers are offered with thanks and hopes for plentiful rains in the year ahead.
Surya Pongal, also called Perum Pongal, is the second day of the festival and is dedicated to Surya, the sun god. It's the first day of the Tamil calendar month Thai and coincides with Makar Sankranti, a winter harvest festival celebrated throughout India. The day marks the start of Uttarayana, when the sun enters the zodiac Makara, also called Capricorn, and travels northwards. People decorate their homes with mango leaves, decorative flowers, and geometric patterns drawn on the floor using colored rice flour. These are called columns or mandalas. The day is celebrated with family and friends with a pongal dish prepared in a traditional pot. The pot is typically decorated by tying a turmeric plant, flower garland, and with tall fresh sugarcane stalks. The pongal dish is traditionally prepared by boiling milk in a group setting. When it starts to bubble, freshly harvested rice grains and cane sugar jaggery are added to the pot. The cooking is done in sunlight as the dish is dedicated to the sun god Surya. Mattu Pongal is celebrated the day after the Surya Pongal. Mattu refers to cow, and Tamil Hindus regard cow as a source of wealth for providing dairy products, fertilizer, transportation, and agricultural aid. On Mattu Pongal, cows are decorated with flower garlands and painted horns. They are offered bananas and a special meal and worshipped. Jallikattu is a popular bull taming sport held during Pongal. The sport requires fighters to pounce on a running bull, try to hold on its hump, and move along with the animal without falling. Jallikattu is a dated tradition. The sport is called Eru Thaluvudal or embracing the bull. The term Jallikattu means a package of coins tied to the horn of a bull as the prize money to the winner. Kanum Pongal, sometimes called the Kanu Pongal, is the 4th day of the festival and also the end of the Pongal festives for the year. The word Kanum means to visit. Many families hold reunion on this day. Communities organize social events to strengthen mutual bonds. Villagers cut and consume farm fresh sugarcane during social gatherings. Relatives, friends, and neighbors visit to greet, while youngsters go out to meet seniors among the relatives and neighborhoods to pay respect and seek blessings.
Hi, my name is Satvika Kumara and this is my family.
Hi everyone. Hi.
Today I'm going to talk about the important Indian festival called Makar Sankranti. It is celebrated in the month of January every year. Let's talk about the significance of Makar Sankranti. The word Sankranti means movement, and is the first Indian festival that falls in the new year. This also marks the start of the harvest season for farmers and is celebrated as a harvest festival. Makar Sankranti is celebrated for 4 days with different rituals. People gather together and spend time with their family and friends. They bathe in the sacred rivers and worship the sun. This is mainly to show their tribute to the sun. Colorful kites are flown to express their happiness. The first day is called Bogi. During this day, people light bonfires with wood and throw old and unwanted things from their homes and burn it. This is done to dispose of all the bad and unwanted things out of us and rejoice the new beginning. On this day, Haridas will visit each and every house in the villages and towns and sing songs on Lord Vishnu, and people will offer them rice. On the other hand, a colorfully decorated bull called Gangiredu comes along with his master and will visit every house. They will play musical instruments called Nadaswaram and beat a drum that will make the bull to dance to their tunes, and people will offer rice, clothes, and money to them. The second day of the festival is called Makar Sankranti. The real festival starts on this day. During this day, people wake up before sunrise and decorate the front of their house with rangoli using white stone powder. They use their creativity to make it look beautiful using color, flowers, and cow dung in the center of the rangoli. Everyone in the house wears new clothes and celebrates with traditionally cooked food to express their joy. Apart from traditionally cooked food, they also make homemade snacks with rice flour, sesame seed, and jaggery. The third day of the festival is called Kanuma. This is specially dedicated for cows, cattle, and other animals to help with agriculture. On this day, farmers show their gratitude to the workers and animals. They wash their cows and cattle and decorate them and feed them their favorite food. The last and final day of the festival is called Kanuma. During this day, all family members, relatives, and friends join together with open heart to feast in happiness, pray to God, and look forward to a new beginning. Thank you and happy holidays!
Happy holidays, everyone!
Hello, my name is Michelle Bagby Allen, and I am fortunate to be the pastor and teacher at the First Congregational Church in Norwood. I am so grateful to Progress Norwood and Together Yes for inviting me to speak about Christmas as a special December holiday. I will admit that it is a bit daunting to consider addressing Christmas in 5 minutes, particularly because there are many different customs around Christmas, depending upon one's Christian expression and cultural background. However, I will do my best. First, and most generally, Christmas is a Christian holiday that celebrates the birth of Jesus, proclaimed by Christians as the Christ. Jesus' birth is also known as the Incarnation, or the coming of God to earth in human form, to offer healing, hope, and spiritual salvation, the transformation of individuals and the world. So Christmas is one of the 2 biggest sacred celebrations or high holy days for Christians, with the other being Easter. Christmas and Advent, the 4 weeks that lead up to Christmas, are a time for Christians to prepare to hear again the story of Jesus' birth, known as the Nativity, and to spiritually welcome the Christ child. That story has many characters and features that point to the nature of God and the nature of Jesus. For instance, angels come as messengers to announce Jesus' coming. Mary and Joseph, who become his earthly parents, journey to Bethlehem, a place of religious significance for his birth. Shepherds and magi, or wise men, come to welcome and gift the baby Jesus. In many Christian churches, there are special worship services and opportunities for prayer in the time leading up to Christmas, many of which culminate on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, December 24th and 25th. There are pageants or dramas where the story of Jesus' birth are told, sometimes by children or others in congregations, and Advent hymns and Christmas carols are an important part of singing the story as well. While many may have noticed or recognized Christmas carols already being played in stores or on TV commercials, many, though not all Christians, do not sing those carols of joy until the season of Christmas, which lasts from December 25th to January 6th. Additionally, many churches have adopted a relatively new tradition of lighting 5 candles on an Advent wreath to count down the weeks until Christmas. This expresses a sense of growing light that comes with Jesus and often highlights the themes of Advent and Christmas, such as hope, peace, joy, and love. Now, secondly, Christmas has come to be known beyond the Christian community as a time of light, peace, goodwill, and charity. Many within and beyond the Christian community decorate Christmas trees. They decorate their homes with Christmas lights and decorations, place evergreen wreaths on their doors, exchange gifts or sweets, and connect with family and friends for special meals. Also, Santa Claus or Saint Nick or Father Christmas has become a friend of many as he listens to children and shares gifts with them at Christmas. Because Santa Claus, also known by many names depending on one's culture, has become so well known within and beyond the Christian community, I thought I would share a bit about him. Originally, he was known as St. Nicholas. He was a bearded and generous fellow and has been revered for nearly 1,700 years. He was one who shared gifts with children and continues to share gifts with children for generations. He is a saint in the Christian churches that venerate the saints, particularly the Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox churches, and has his feast day on December 6th. He is remembered as one who secretly gave gifts to help a poor family and as an extremely generous soul. The original St. Nicholas was the bishop of Myra, which is in current-day Turkey, and he's the patron saint of children and sailors, among others. His spirit of generosity continues to live in the many expressions and names that keep the spirit of Christmas alive through generosity and joy. Now, if I were to try to sum it up, Christmas is a time of wonder, celebration, joy, and hope. For the Christian community, it is a beginning, a coming of God's light and love in the form of Jesus, and a time when we are called to give thanks for the generous Spirit of God. We are also called to be more generous in the sharing of resources, gifts, and goodwill. My family in particular has a tradition of sharing 3 gifts with each of our children, as the Magi also gave 3 gifts to the baby Jesus. So we give a gift that is for body, something to wear, a gift that is for mind, usually a book, and a gift that is for spirit or joy, a toy of some sort. So this is just one of the traditions that we have for our family that other families might have different traditions around. So in the Christian Bible, in the Gospel of Luke, Christmas is announced by angels to shepherds in the fields. They tell the shepherds to have no fear, and they announce good news and great joy to all the people that Jesus is born in Bethlehem. So Christians pray for this peace and the coming of Jesus into their hearts each Christmas. I thank you so much for letting me share with you about this joyful December Christian holiday. I've brought with me a few symbols of the holiday, some Christmas ornaments, and a candle. Often people like candles, so let me show those to you and say a blessed December, a Merry Christmas, and a very happy holiday season for all. Here are 3 symbols of Christmas: a candle that is lit with the words peace on earth. I also have an angel ornament, one who announces good news and great joy, and a star remembering the star that the Magi followed to Bethlehem. Thanks again for having me.
Happy Hanukkah! Here's a brief history of the holiday of Hanukkah. Over 2,000 years ago, there was a war between the Greek people and the Jewish people. The Greeks' army won and forced their culture onto the Jewish people. A group of Jewish people called the Maccabees revolted and drove the Greek army out. When the Maccabees returned to their temple, they found it ruined. They needed to relight the menorah, which was an ancient holy lamp, and they only found a single jar of oil, which was only enough to keep it lit for 1 day. But to their surprise, the menorah stayed lit for 8 days. To celebrate this miracle, we light the Hanukkah menorah, also called the Hanukkah, for 8 days. And we say the blessings and place the menorah in our window, eat food cooked in oil, and sing songs and play games like dreidel. So this celebration reminds us of the Jewish people's dedication to overcome adversity and the miracle of light in this time of darkness.
Okay, Sherry, you ready to light the Hanukkah candles? Yeah. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Hanukkah.
Another thing that we eat in Hanukkah is anything that's fried in oil, like these jelly donuts that in Israel they call sufganiyot. Shira, would you like a taste?
Shira, each side of the dreidel has a different Hebrew letter. And each letter stands for another word in this sentence. Nes gadol haya sham. That means a great miracle happened there. Should we watch it spin? Yeah.
Gimel!
Thanks to the neighbors who shared, and thank you for watching. Even though we can't meet up in town these days, we can share some special moments virtually. Do you have a great picture of you or your family celebrating a winter holiday? Or a short story about a special tradition you have? Here's a picture of my family seeing holiday lights last year in Canton. That's Brian and Jude and Louise and me. We'd love to hear from more of you as a small way to stay connected as a community. You can tag the Morrill Memorial Library on Facebook or Instagram, or email Liz at the library at lreed@minlib.net. We know that the pandemic is not just creating disconnection. For some of us, our basic needs are being impacted. If you are in need of help this holiday season or can give a little extra, the Norwood Fund and the Norwood Food Pantry could be good options. Check out these sites for more information. We hope for all of you that next year brings safety, stability, and connection. We look forward to when we can meet again at the library, share our stories, ideas, questions, and smiles in person. Happy holidays.